Good afternoon, happy Saturday, keepers of the cash. Going to be the Casual Comic Guy here, and today on Savage Saturday Comic Review 85, we are going to review something a little different. We're going to go with something a bit different in the Savage department, and that is Predator #1 from Marvel Comics. Now, this is a title I was excited for. I've liked what they've done with the first couple arcs in Alien, and I know some people don't. For me, it's worked. And this book here, I liked the setup. Now, we know what we're getting with Predator, right? They hunt, and it usually ends up with them against one person, and they kill a team. This has a little bit different vibe going to it, and it's a lot of fun. Now, every time you see a Predator movie, it's basically the same concept in a different setting with different people, and that's why you're watching it, right? You're going there, it's a product, you know what to expect. It's still fun, and it's just one of those types of films and properties where it's just fun to see this creature interact with whoever they have them up against. So it's not breaking any barriers, but it is just good fun. So without further ado, all right, there's the cover A, and I picked up an alternative cover as well. This one's by Raza, so thought it was cool. But let's get into this. So our story opens up, and well, first they give you a little synopsis, and what we have, a little ad for the movie Prey, which was another Predator movie. Again, fun, you know what you're getting, done a little differently, back in time, decent little flick. And this says Planet X14432-9, year 2056. And you see what appears to be two predators fighting, right? And the art's good. We'll get to that in a minute. And so the fight's continuing. One predator is clearly getting the heads up over the other one, winning the fight. A savage little fight it is. See the mask come off the other one as he's about to die. And you see his head get cut off, and then the big reveal that there is a woman inside the Predator armor, which just took out the other Predator. And now, why is she screaming, damn it? Well, we're getting to that. That was the opening prequel scene to the comic. And then you get to this page, and written by Ed Brisson, artist Kev Walker, colors Frank Darmada, and letter VC's Clayton Cowles. All right. So, and over here, you have them recounting all the Predator movies, so you know that this is in canon. And fun little synopsis there. And as we go to the next page, we see the title Damara, year 2041. All right, so this is taking place, you know, years before. And you see the young girl here, and she thinks, I think I'll call you Damara Anura, no? And she's talking to this little frog-like creature that's on this planet. So, her name is Theta, and her parents just arrived. She says, you know, like, what are you doing out here? We told you not to come out. This planet is still unexplored. We're still figuring it out. And the girl's like, I was bored. It's been months. What could possibly be out here? And, you know, her mom's like, look, okay, I know it's boring, and I understand that. But we don't know everything that's out here yet. We're still studying this planet. But then all of a sudden, the father kind of gets this weird feeling. He's like, Francesca, take Theta back to the Sandpiper now. And she's like, well, he's like, please. So here's that setup here. Story is setting up really well. And so we turn the page, and the wife, the mother, is like, Hugo. He's like, it's probably nothing, just a movement in the trees, but I feel a hell of a lot better if you two. And then he sees a couple dots on his chest. Now we all know what's about to happen. He hasn't messed with the Predator yet. And then you see the shot ring through, and the father goes down, and then it goes to the modern day again. And you see the Predator that was killed in the beginning of the book, its head on a pike, and it's just there bleeding. And Theta, status update, please. And that's the ship talking to her. She's like, I'm alive, the monster is dead. She's like, how many? He had all 4 mandibles. He's not the one. So we're setting it up where the one she's looking for, the one that killed her father back in the past, he is missing a mandible. And the ship's like, I am sorry. She's like, it felt wrong. I knew it before he took the mask off. The way he moved, I knew he wasn't the one. Lost my axe in the fight. I love that axe. So she's making her way back to the ship. And but before she gets there, she's going to the Predator ship, which she goes on board and she blows that up. That way it can't be used again. No other Predator can come and take it. And then she goes to the indigenous people on the planet, trying to explain to them that she just killed the thing that was killing them. But they don't get it. They think because she's dressed like one of the Predators that she is one of the ones that killed them. So they are now armed and they pull out guns on her. And you got kind of a fun, like, Raiders of the Lost Ark chase. When, like, Indy was going to his airplane, she's running to her ship, trying to get away from the natives before they get her. And just a fun little reminiscent Indiana Jones scene as she's making her escape. Then we flash back to the past again. And the mom's running with her. And she's approaching Astar Industries, the base. She's like, Code Red, we're under attack. They got Hugo, Code Red. And they arrive, and one guy's like, Francesca, where is? And you can just see his head gets completely obliterated by the Predator. And he's down. So it's starting out good. Already a fun Predator story. So we're back at the ship. And you can just see, as she's trying to get her daughter to safety, the Predator is just systematically taking out all these people one by one. It's their misfortune that they are armed. And the last guy goes down. You got Francesca and her daughter, Theta, there. And she's crying when she's seeing all the people around her dying. And then we flash back to the president again. She's on the ship. She's saying go with all the aliens there that were trying to kill her, thinking she was a predator that was hunting them. And off they go. Now, once aboard the ship, we get a full view of the ship, and which she calls Susan. And Susan has some issues. And but first, we're getting a little back reflection from Theta. She's like, when I was younger, I thought this monster was an anomaly, some sort of freak of nature, a singularity, an aberration in the universe, a malicious mistake. And the ship's like, I'm sorry that this was not the one, Theta. She's like, yeah. She goes, but now I know different. The universe is capable of producing endless horrors, innumerable monsters. And then she tells the ship that she too is sorry. And she has an egg-shaped device, which allows her to see from the Predator ship that she took it from there before she blew it up. It allows her to see what his hunting route is. And we get a little bit of information as she's tracking his route and where this other predator might be that she's ultimately trying to hunt down and get revenge on for killing her parents. So, a lot of fun. Pretty good story. You like the main character. She's very sympathetic. Her relationship with the ship is really good, like a daughter-mother relationship. The ship's always trying to take care of her. But the ship's telling her that before they can go any further, that their gravitational stabilizers are in need of repair, they're almost failing, and that they're going to have to drop in this bay that is owned by Asher, where they were almost arrested and captured before because she is accused of stealing this ship, and they consider it their property. They're left without a choice. It's either stop there, get repairs, and get food and resupplies, or they don't go anywhere else. This will be their last stop. And then, so she's eating, and then we flash back to her and her mom against the predator from old. And you can see the mom trying to put herself between the predator and her daughter. And the predator's holding her mom up by the neck. And young Theta is just like, you're hurting her. You know, it kind of breaks your heart, the little girl. And you see the mom's like, you killed my husband, you ugly bastard. You killed my husband, and you came after me and my daughter. She's like, I'm going to kill. And he brings out his blade. But before he can do that, she has a machete or kind of a sword-like thing of her own. and she slings it into his head and cuts off one of his mandible talons. And now he kills her, and the little girl's like, just leave us alone, and the predator is looking at her, and because she's a kid, the predator doesn't attack her. He just turns around and leaves. So kept true with the predator. He didn't see her as a threat, so she was not worth him killing. They don't kill just to kill. And then she wakes up, and she's still kind of in a dream. She's like, leave us alone. And the ship had miscalculated how much time they had before system failure. And the ship's going down and crashing. She's got to fly it. She's only been flying simulations, and she's been crashing most of those, so she's not really confident in her ability to land Susan correctly. But we flash back again with the predator looking at her. She's having one more memory, and then Susan, the ship, is entering the atmosphere, going way too fast, then dropping, and they crash into this icy plains. And you can see her talking to her mom as they're crashing. She's still having memories. And it says, Sandy, when that thing is off the ship, you get my girl out of here. You'll look after her. I love you, Theta. Never forget me and your daddy. And then you get the memories intermittent with the crash landing of her mother dying in her arms. And then you see the ship, which is crashed here. And she's saying, Sandy, you can come back online. We've landed safely. Sort of. Sandy, I don't know where I'm supposed to go from here. I need you. And right now, she is all alone. Sandy is offline. She has crashed in the middle of this icy plains, and she doesn't know where she's going to go. But she has got to get help for the ship and help for herself. And that is where issue 1 leaves us, with Predator issue number 2. Preview right there. And of course, the next Alien series coming out with a great little piece of art there. But overall, what did I think of this first issue? I'm going to give this issue a B+. I thought it was a really good Predator story. Thought it was a different kind of Predator story. We actually have somebody hunting the Predator instead of the Predator hunting them, which I thought is a cool concept, because we haven't really seen that in the movies yet. We've seen people set traps for the predators after the predators killed some of the people around them off, but we haven't seen someone actively hunting them. She's killed 6 predators so far in her journey, and she still hasn't found the one that's killed her parents. So you really connect with the characters. The character's fun. The ship is fun. They have a great kind of back and forth banter with each other, and you can see there's a lot of respect both ways. The art, I think, is a strong B+. I wouldn't give it an A, but it's good. It's a B+ for sure. I like the setup. I think the conclusion at the end, the setup for the second issue, is great, because now not every time there's a cliffhanger, it has to be a predator after her. You know, this is a story about this woman, Theta, out to get revenge for the murder of her parents against this one single predator, having to survive other predators along the way, having killed 6 as she's been tracking this one that weren't him. So there's still a lot of backstory to go. There's still a lot of moving forward story to go. And I really like the dynamic they have going on in this issue, and I thought it was a strong start. But that's it for this week, guys. Hope you enjoyed the Predator review. Maybe it'll give you an idea if you want to pick up this series or not. You know, thumbs up, thumbs down on if you like it or not. But that's it for today, guys. Until next time, keep it casual. Attention all, use channel sponsor Rogue Trader at theroguetraderutah.com and my code KEEPITCASUAL for 10% off your comic cleaning and pressing needs. Remember, when submitting your books to be graded, use a trusted professional.